The Art of War. The war between the big three, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, has now turned into the battle between two rap juggernauts, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, who would take the crown. Over the years, as Drake was making his way in the rap game, he would collaborate with many different artists in what would seem as an attempt to help each other. But some of those artists would start to feel like they were being used by Drake when he didn't feature them on his music or because he didn't show up to video shoots. And some would even develop hate for him when they would eventually find out he had been involved with women they were with. So the origin of this lyrical war stems from several past issues. Throughout the 2010s, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick would often be acknowledged as the top three artists amongst the rising artists in their time block by fans, legends, and hip-hop platforms that would eventually become set in stone as they started to rack up accolades from their success. But just like every sport in history, the best will eventually be forced to compete head-to-head. No Diddy. In 2013, Kendrick Lamar would set the hip-hop world on fire with his featured verse on Big Sean's song, Control, where he would mention every artist that he wanted to challenge, from J. Cole, Big Crit, Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, Jay Electronica, Tyler, and Mac Miller. Most of those artists responded to Kendrick at that time, but never heard nothing back from him. Some would speculate that Drake took it personal since he had been working with K-Dot before, and some would even say over the years, Drake and Kendrick would subliminally diss each other on their albums and their features, causing their animosity to build up. As Metro Boomin and Future would put together their joint project, We Don't Trust You, it would seem like they featured artists that didn't like Drake in order to have them diss him over their issues and hate for him. K-Dot kicked off the challenge with his feature on Future and Metro's song, Like That, released on March 22nd, when he said, "Fuck the big three, it's just big me." With that, Kendrick would once again ignite the flames to set the hip-hop world on fire. Those words would push J. Cole to respond with the song 7 Minute Drill, released on April 5th on his project Might Delete Later, where he took shots directly at Kendrick and his music catalog. But then in just 2 days' time, he would apologize at one of his live shows and would also drop out of the Big Three rap war after saying,
"The world want to see blood,"
leaving Drake to fend for himself. On April 13th, Drake responded to Kendrick on a song called Push-Ups, which was leaked online, causing spectators to think it was AI,
artificial intelligence,
before Drake officially released it April 19th on all DSPs. Not only did he respond to K-Dot, he also mentioned Rick Ross and The Weeknd. Reasons being, The Weeknd subliminally dissed Drake on Metro and Future's album, We Don't Trust You, and Rick Ross had been trolling Drake over the weeks of that K-Dot diss on Like That. On April 15th, Rick Ross responded to Drake with a diss track called Champagne Moments, clowning Drake about having multiple cosmetic procedures, from a nose job and ab surgery to accusing him of using ghostwriters. On April 19th, Drake dropped another diss track called Tailor-Made Freestyle, where he used AI-generated voices of Snoop Dogg and the late great Tupac Shakur to diss Kendrick. Longtime hip-hop fans weren't too happy about Drake using Tupac's likeness to diss K-Dot. Tupac's brother Mo Preem spoke out, saying he didn't approve of it, and the Tupac estate put out a cease and desist to have it taken down or legal action would be taken. Drake ended up pulling it down from all DSPs. Out of nowhere, on April 21st, Ye, aka Kanye West, in true Kanye fashion, involved himself in the beef on a remix of Metro and Future's song Like That, where he took shots at Drake and even stated that him, Future, and Metro were energized for the elimination of Drake. Rap fans would go on to say that Ye was seeking attention since his name hadn't been mentioned in a minute about music. On April 30th, Kendrick responded to Drake's Push-Ups and Tailor-Made Freestyle tracks on his song
Euphoria.
That 6-minute diss track would hit at Drake's biracial identity, saying he shouldn't say the N-word anymore, and mentions Drake as a father and his authenticity as a rapper. 2 days after the release of Euphoria, that song went from number 19 to number 1 on the Spotify charts, while Drake's Push-Ups went from number 15 to number 11, showing Drake ranked number 2 on the Spotify charts. On May 3rd, Early in the morning, Kendrick wasted no time and dropped a second diss track, 616 in LA, using a play on Drake's song titles to his songs that he's been known for, like 8 a.m. in Charlotte and 5 a.m. in Toronto. Kendrick would use mind manipulation tactics, alleging members of OVO are actually against him and feeding him info about Drake. On that same Friday of May 3rd, Drake responds to K-Dot's 616 in LA and drops a 7-minute song, Family Matters. That song has 3 different beats, and in that track he called out everybody that has taken shots at him, from The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, Future, Metro, and Rick Ross, but really cut deep when speaking on Kendrick and his family by claiming he physically abuses his fiance and stating one of K-Dot's kids might not be his, but says K-Dot opened that door of disrespect. About an hour later, Kendrick shot back at Drake with Meet the Grams, a reference to Drake's last name. On that song, Kendrick would be speaking directly to Drake's son, his mom, and his dad, and Drake's alleged 11-year-old daughter that he doesn't claim. On May 4th, early Saturday evening, Kendrick dropped another diss track, his 3rd song in just 36 hours, titled Not Like Us, showing he's ready to go back to back with Drake. No pun intended. On that song, he brings up that Drake has suspect activity with young girls and calls him a certified pedophile. Videos have surfaced of the song Not Like Us being played at pool parties in Vegas with Rick Ross, and also being played in New York nightclubs on the same day of the release. On May 5th, Metro Boomin would respond to all the shots Drake took at him in a way that has never been done. Metro is a producer, not a rapper, so he put together a beat with an AI sample of a woman singing BBL Drizzy, and has said whoever comes up with the best verse will get a free beat from him. People have already accepted the challenge, and in just a few hours of that instrumental drop, it has already surpassed 1 million streams. On May 5th, 8:30 p.m., Drake responds to Kendrick with a track called The Heart Part 6, and he goes in on his response to K-Dot's Not Like Us track. The song addresses many of the allegations Kendrick has made against him across all of his diss tracks, from the allegations of Drake liking underage girls, snitch rumors, and having an 11-year-old daughter that no one knows about. The Heart Part 6 is Drake's way of using a song title from Kendrick's long-running The Heart series, similar to the way Kendrick used Drake's song titles for 616 in LA. The cover art also connects to a bar on the track where Drake highlights how Dave Free left a heart emoji under a picture of Kendrick's partner, Whitney, and their children. On May 7th, Drake's mansion was shot up in an alleged drive-by, causing fans from both sides to speculate on who sent it, but has even stirred up some conspiracies on who might have did it, or if it's really just a publicity stunt from Drake in order to take the focus off the rap beef, since fans have started to take Kendrick's side after old tweets and videos have resurfaced from Drake's past, stating and showing questionable activities related to the allegations of him liking underage girls. Although none of us know how long this back and forth dissing will go, one side says Drake is the champ because he didn't back down, and he's been the one to send the last shot with The Heart Part 6. But the other side says Kendrick doesn't need to respond because his track, Not Like Us, is a kill shot, since it is being played at every club, live event, and even going viral all across social media, causing Drake's own fans to sing and dance to it. Kendrick used one of Drake's very own plays on him by doing that. Years back, when Meek Mill and Drake had issues, Drake dropped a song called Back to Back, and that song was played in every club and radio station, making every rap fan side with Drake because of the replay value. Everybody from diehard stans on both sides to occasional listeners of hip-hop have been engulfed in this monumental moment, as two of the most popular artists would go head-to-head in the sport of battle rap. Some claim this is the last great battle in hip-hop, but it's also a unique one because it's never been seen. From the way they both accepted the challenge and have kept the world of hip-hop on the edge of their seats by delivering highly skilled music back-to-back in their own creative way, is probably something we won't see again. Even though they both have started to move into a more disrespectful direction, I just hope they could both keep it lyrical and avoid it spilling over into something physical, because that's whenever it makes this hip-hop culture look bad. Some say the beef is over, and we witnessed the greatest battle in hip-hop history between two rap juggernauts. But at this point, based off the music that we've heard from both Kendrick and Drake, who do you feel has the best diss track right now? Y'all let me know.